Richie Cavalera, how the hell are you?
Good, man. Just, enjoying my last couple of days at home. We got the new record coming out tomorrow. Devil Driver next week. It's going down.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, the new Incite album, Oppression, comes out tomorrow. So how pumped are you guys to release your fourth studio album?
Oh, man. This one is just a huge relief, man, because it feels like all the other albums have been for this moment, to get this sound that we got, to get this vibe we got, to get the members we have, and get the buzz out there that's going. I think it's a great time, man. We're so excited for this album. It's, we feel like it's our, the album everybody's been waiting for from this band, and just very natural, organic feel, and just tough from beginning to end, man. I'm stoked.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, the new album, it's definitely, it's thrashy, it's groovy, it's got a lot of different elements in there, and it definitely altogether feels like a more mature Incite than the previous releases. Now, how much do you feel that you guys have grown as a band since you guys started in 2004?
Well, I think now, we've had this same lineup for the Up in Hell record and now this record. So having that consistency with the guys, man, has really changed everything. I think in the early years it was hard to find the guys that wanted to tour this much or put the work in that you need to be in a band these days. And I think now that we've found that, the growth is just exploding. From Up in Hell to this record, I think, we had Drew do a lot more writing on this album, so you get a lot more of the soloing and the more darker feel to the record that, we just love that he brings this different style. And, I feel the bond is really what made the growth the most, man, for sure.
Definitely,
playing
man.
with the same guys night after night and just kind of feeling each other out and understanding what works and what doesn't. It's just been a cool past couple of years, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Now, speaking of the Up in Hell record, that album was produced by Machine Head's Logan Matter, whereas you guys decided to go with Steve Evans for this newest effort. What goes into the decision on who you use as a producer, and how was it working with Steve as opposed to working with Logan?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, check around. You usually have a couple names, from maybe CDs you've heard that, in the past couple months that you really dug the production on, or, talking to other bands, figuring out who's a cool dude to get along with and, what or not, who works, and I think with Steve, everything worked out. The schedule lined up, the vibe were locked up, and, we kind of do a little interview process where we, talk on the phone to each guy and just kind of feel out, what their intentions are. And, he had everything we were looking for, this real natural vibe, no copy-paste bullshit, just kind of a real record, in our eyes. Not to mention, we got to do pre-production for the first time. So, he got to come out to Arizona and work with us, a week in advance of actually recording, which, was a first for us. So that just made all the nerves in the studio just disappear. You were kind of more prepared than before. And, I think with Logan, it was more, we were a newer band, so our budgets and our time wasn't really what it was on this album. I think making a record is all about the money and how much time you have, because the more time you get to do more tricks and try more things out. So, I think in the early days it was, just a matter of money, but Logan's incredible. He started us off in a great direction. We had demos made, so he was the guy creating the Incite sound, and I think on those first two records, he did a great job. And I think they're records that people will love, I think, forever in the underground. They just never really had the right label to push it, or, struggling to get tours in the early days. So it was just a matter of, people now hearing about it and then checking out the previous stuff and being like, damn, it's all consistent. I think every record has built up more and more than the previous. And that's what you want to do as a band. If you're not growing, then, you're not taking your craft, as responsible as you should be.
Absolutely, man. So for this album, you guys did a video for the song No Remorse, which was starring your relatively newlywed wife, Shonda Mackey, who was also featured in the Killer Be Killed video for Snakes of Jehovah. How was the production process for that? And, how did Shonda feel about murdering you on screen?
Oh, I mean, every wife, I think, wants to murder their husband at one time or another. So, to actually, have her in the video and actually get to kill me was a blast. She got to smash my head into the walls and rip my hair out. And, it was really cool. And she's a, big time artist. She does great things. Like you said, the Kill to Be Killed video and, numerous millions of other things. So, when the time came and we were picking the cast, I think she was definitely the choice for killing me, because if anybody else would have did, I would have got in trouble.
Definitely, man. Now,
so that, we kind of hooked up with Robert Sexton, who did, our previous works on the last record, the What the Fuck video and the Fallen video, and he just has such dark imagery, and it's all about murder and horror flick, and, that's kind of what I've been brought up on. And then to have, the time that I grew up, videos were everything, man. You come home and, Headbangers Ball would be on, or Yo MTV Raps, or, whatever the hell it was. And I think now that we have a band, we're able to do that. It's a huge part to us. I don't think a lot of bands take it as serious as they should. And I think a video just is the full package, when you're putting an album out. It's the video, it's the cover, it's the artwork, and, it's the music, and it just kind of all pieces itself together. So for us, it's always important.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So what would you say is your personal favorite song off of the new album, and why?
Ooh. I've been digging the self-titled Depression track. It punches. I think the opening is like the perfect circle pit. Let's get this shit going. And I think the chorus is huge. I love the meaning of it, and it has everything I love in a cool song. An epic breakdown that just gets you going, and thrashing verses, and it has the whole feel to me.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So you guys are kicking off a big tour with DEVILDRIVER, Holy Grail, and Hemlock on April 27th. Now, how pumped are you guys to be hitting the road with some really awesome bands?
Oh man, this is what we've been waiting for. It's another part of that, everything kind of coming together vibe for us right now. It was like we did Europe with the Cancer Bats, and then we did another tour over there with King Parrot and Soulfly, and now to come home and have, DEVILDRIVER the week of our album release. And, it's unbelievable, man. I mean, they're on that tier of bands that, is the top in the world, man. And to get an opportunity to tour with someone like them, man, it's just a dream come true. And, to have that, their massive crowds that they bring, and, followed by, some killer new bands like Holy Grail, who's going to be exciting. I've never seen them. And, Hemlock, they're old school friends from back in the day. So to see them getting to do a tour like this as well is exciting, man. And we're going to bring it, man. I can't wait. I hope everybody else is rehearsing, man, because it's going to be a gnarly tour. We're focused, and we're driven, and we're just ready to humble.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So you guys have really been building some serious steam. I mean, there's a lot of buzz going around about you guys and the new album and everything like that. And, you guys are really coming into your own and cementing your identity in the metal world. Now, do you find that your relation to Max Cavalera has helped you or hurt you in your efforts to establish yourself and Incite as a driving force in metal?
I think it's kind of been a little bit of both. In the beginning, I'm 19 years old, 20 years old, and, it was just kind of like, okay, is he just another one of those kids, the Osborne kids who come out and did it, Dickinson's son came out and did it. I just think, there were a lot of people that did it before us that kind of made a bad reputation about, passing the torch down. And with us, it's been just hard work, busting our ass, showing people that, we're doing this all. It's not like, we go to Max and we're like, hey, write our next record, or, hey, call Des and tell him to take us on tour. Like, it's us, man, working our asses off since day one. And, I think now people are just kind of like, all right, these guys, they're not fucking around. They're real. The fans have, given the approval, as I like to call it, because, we put in the work, and they see that we're true, and we're real, and we're passionate about it. And, it's not just a gimmick of, bullshit. And I think we haven't put it out there. So most people that check the band out, they don't know about me until later, and they're already a fan of the music. So it's just been cool. And, I just got to go with what I was born with, and got to just do what I can. And I think it's paid off. And, I'm able to say that, I did it on my own, and I've made it this far doing it by myself. And, it's just been killer, man. I love everything from, Max and all the influence he's brought in my life. And it's just been a very lucky thing, blessed, and continuing on with the Cavalera name is a proud thing for me. So it's killer, man.
That's absolutely awesome. Now, speaking of family, you are a member of what I like to call the heavy metal Partridge family, the Cavaleras. How is it growing up in this environment where metal gods were so accessible and history basically unfolded around your family?
Oh man, it was insane. I mean, we from back in the day of touring with like Pantera and Sepultura to Sepultura and Ministry and Helmet to just all these unbelievable acts that I got to see along with watching Sepultura. So I think like I said, I was very lucky and fortunate, and loving metal so much that I do just made it even cooler. To like be back there hanging with these people and just not realizing at the time of how crazy it was, because I'm only like 10 years old, and now looking back on it all, it was just a true blessing, man, that I was in the midst of metal when it was at its prime. And that's the era I grew up in, and that's the era I want to see again. I think metal is always there, but it takes different trends, and I think the whole singing and everything on metal has just kind of come to an end, man. And that's what we like to take as that influence from all those years of watching those bands and just bringing pure tough metal, man. No bullshit, no animals jumping out of the PAs at you or nothing at the show, or no bullshit, man. It's just a high energy concert with killer music, and I think being around all those bands is what brought me and my band to kind of follow in their path.
Hell yeah, man. So now, what to you, as you said, making it on your own and everything, what has been the hardest part about trying to make it in the modern music industry as a metal band?
Oh man, I think touring is the toughest. There's nowadays it's kind of like it's gotten to a point where it's all buy on. You can pay stupid amounts of money to tour with these bigger bands and get your name out there, and it sucks to see that kind of stuff happen. And there's also the managers, they just want to kind of take their bands on tour constantly together. Or there's, some of the biggest metal bands in the world are out there doing tours by themselves for years. They're not taking young bands out, to really give them a chance. I mean, you see the biggest bands in the world, Metallica, all of them, they're just recycling these other huge bands of, Volbeat and, all these other just massive things that are already huge, and they have the radio play. But, where are the younger metal bands that, need the help like us? And, people, I don't see those bands helping the scene like they were helped back in the day. And that's something that scares me, man. It's like they want you to pay $50,000 to do this when it's like they didn't do that back in the day. So it's just, it's a scary thing being a new band nowadays, man, to get tours.
Absolutely, man. That makes so much sense. So
like
what
Metallica didn't have pay to play 20 years ago. Why are they doing it for people?
I hear you, man. The pay to play is a plague. But
you just got to keep going full steam ahead and just overcome that. And, that's what we did. We had buy-on offers for years and never took them. And then, we were just like, no, something's going to happen. And then, bam, DEVILDRIVER. So it's just a matter of just being determined and keep going, man.
That's good, man. You hold on to that integrity, man. That's huge.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So now after the DEVILDRIVER tour, when that's over and done with, what's on the horizon for Incite? Any big plans?
Oh, yeah, man, we're heading back to Europe, I think at the end of the summer to do another little festival thing and, kind of do a couple off-day shows over there. And then we are heading back to the States in the fall. So it's go, 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 go this year. And, it's exciting because that's what you want. You want to be on tour. You want to be performing and getting the new music out there. And, we're lucky to have this year pretty much booked up, man. And those announcements will come, who we're touring with on all those. We just can't say anything now.
I hear
you. Business shit.
Yeah. So how about the long term? What are the eventual plans for Incite or yourself as a musician?
Oh, well, I don't see this, stopping anytime new. We're actually free agents right now. Our record contract just completed. And, I think, hopefully with this new album, there'll be a lot of things that open up for the band. And, we're just full steam ahead, man. We feel like this album is just on the cusp of still what we're going to be able to do, man. I think the next album we're already starting to write, and Drew's just very young in the music game, so he's just excited beyond belief to start writing again. And we're trying to have a B-side album come out because we've got like 8 or 9 B-sides that are just hanging out that have never seen the light of day. So we've got a couple of small little things that we're going to work in between all the touring, and just keep the band going, man, nonstop. I don't see us hanging up the towel anytime soon.
Absolutely badass, man. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. It's been absolutely awesome to talk to you. Before you leave us, though, I want you to please, if you can, describe the new Incite album, Oppression, in just one sentence.
Pure fucking metal.
Awesome, that works, man. So again, thank you so much for your time. Much luck on the road, and I won't wish you luck with the new album because you don't really need it. The music really speaks for itself, man. Great job.
Hey, thank you so much, man. And we couldn't do it without you guys. We're all a team and a family, and we just appreciate that you guys, are digging it and spreading the word, man. Thank you so much.